Hi everyone, today I'm back with another layout. This layout would relatively quickly once I figured out what I wanted to do with it. I believe I mostly used the Chamel collection for this layout. I'm pretty sure most or all of it was from the Chamel collection. I'll point anything else that's not from the Chamel collection, but so far all of that paper is from her collection. I must apologize for the glare on my photo. I was filming this at night and I only had an overhead light above me. Typically I film during the day, but on this occasion I wanted to scrapbook and I didn't want to scrapbook and not turn on the video camera. So there is a glare on the photo and I apologize for that. I think in a bit I might turn on another light and I think it might help with that, but I'm not sure. I can't remember if it helped or not. So, oh, that piece of wood grain paper there is from the, oh, what collection is it? It's by Bo Bunny, but I cannot remember what the collection name is. So I did turn on another light to counteract the glare on the photo, but my camera doesn't really like that light, so my camera made everything look darker because it was picking up just the light from the light that I turned on. I was experimenting with lighting and clearly this was not a good thing. There we go. So I'm inking all the edges of the paper with Prima chalk ink. I believe it's called knotted wood or knotted pine or something like that. It's just a brown ink. It's nothing fancy. I just like the shape of it because I think it's easier to ink the edges with on papers. So this is a photo from my sister's wedding. It's my stepsister and my stepdad, but I grew up with her, so I'm just using that to make sure that the papers are lined up straight. So there is a picture there of my sister from her wedding, I swear. And it's just her and her dad at the wedding. So there isn't really a story behind this photo. I'm really liking the Chamel collection. I'm enjoying using it. I like the colors and some of the icons aren't really my thing, but I really like the colors. That little strip of paper there is a branding strip from one of the papers. There is also a paper that looks like that as well, that has that same color block pattern on it. So, I believe that little heart paper is either a branding strip from the collection as well, or is just cut from one of the papers. I can't quite remember, but I will, when I turn it over to glue, we'll be able to tell. Sorry about the camera. For some reason my camera, it wouldn't stay straight. It kept like, every time I thought I would get it straight, it would kind of like move back to a different position, and it just kept like gradually sliding. I think my mount piece is loose on it because I get it straight and then all of a sudden the next thing I know it has shifted without my knowledge. So here I'm going to look for some die cut ephemera pieces, both from that Bo Bunny line that I can't remember the name of and the Chamel collection. So I did want to use something that wasn't rectangular. I wanted a circular or a different shape. To put on this layout. So I did pull out a few things, including that tag. I don't think that tag ends up on the layout. It might. I'm actually not sure. I can't remember. I like that tag there, but I think I go with that round die cut piece. But now that I'm watching the video, I like that tag there. I wonder why I didn't put it there. Oh well. I guess I can remember that I like it with a 4x4 photo for future knowledge. That sticker sheet was from Here and Now, but I forget who makes that. Was it Echo Park or... I'm not sure. I don't think I used anything off of it. Anyways, these little cameras are from the Chamel collection. I just cut around them quickly. They're really easy to cut out. They are not difficult camera pieces. There's just the one little button at the top that you have to cut around, and the rest is just straight line. Not sure, but I may have done this layout for a Color Stories inspiration challenge. Just grab my layout here. I always write on the back of them if it's for a challenge. Just have to find it. Here it is. I guess it wasn't for a challenge. I thought it was for some reason. I thought that's why I added in that lime green color with this. I'm not sure. That's interesting. I did forget to ink around that die cut. And I actually forgot to ink around all of the die cuts and stickers that I added to this layout. So I am going to fiddle with inking around the die cut piece after I stuck it down. The foam dots that I use, or foam squares that I use, are really sticky. They're really hard to pull them up after it's been stuck down. So I didn't want to try to do that because part of it is stuck to the photo. I struggled with this layout, but once I figured out what was missing, I really like how it turned out. Because I got to this point and I was like, there's something missing. Like, I don't know what. There's something missing. Something is wrong. So I even asked my husband, I was like, what's missing from here? It's like, there's something missing from this layout. And he was like, yeah, I don't know what. Of course, he said that he thought it looked okay the way it was. But I thought that something was missing. So I'm not sure if I do it on video or not, but I end up adding wood grain pattern sequins. They're there in that little envelope, and I also outline all the papers with my journaling pen just to give them some definition, and I add this little vellum tag, and I couldn't tell you where that's from. It was in my box full of random embellishments that are left over from kits and, you know, packages that I get on sale and stuff like that. So I couldn't tell you where that came from. But I do like it. It's a nice little embellishment. So I'll put pictures at the end of this layout to show you the things that I... Oh, excuse me. The things that I added. I think the only thing that you won't see is the outlining in black pen because I think I do that once I'm off camera and I sit and I look at it for a while. I'm like, what's missing? So I will add some still photos in at the end so you can see them. And thank you so much for watching this video. And I will be back soon with another one. Bye!